Good morning, everyone. Well, unfortunately, looking like a stormy morning in northwest Indiana. And not only are we talking about heavy rain and lightning being common, but we expect a couple of severe storms as well. So let's get to all the details in your Wednesday forecast sponsored by NIPSCO. And the timing could not be worse for the morning commute because it's about 8 a.m. that we expect this line of storms to start pushing in to northwest Indiana. These are showers and storms along a cold front, and not a particularly fast moving cold front either. It looks like there's going to be about a 3-hour window from roughly 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Where showers and thunderstorms are going to be common in the region, heavy rain and lightning, and I do think we're going to get a couple of stronger storms as well, producing damaging wind and hail. So the bottom line is, if you have the option to work from home today, a good day to work from home. And also, if you're an employer, you're a school principal, be understanding with the storms that are going to be around for the morning commute and potentially severe storms. Be understanding if employees, students come in later. Be forgiving, because we don't want people to be driving in a severe thunderstorm, which could be a possibility early this morning. So the line of storms starting to push in around 8 a.m. and 9, 10 a.m. A lot of heavy rain and lightning in the region. And again, I do think we're going to see some damaging wind and hail in spots. 10 a.m. still a possibility. And again, all worth mentioning also that it's just going to be flat out windy while these storms are around. Gusts 30, 40 miles per hour, but potentially in a couple of severe storms, winds stronger than that. But we do expect widespread gusty winds, 30, 40 miles per hour. I do think the cold front clear of us by 11 a.m. So the chance of severe storms going away, but at 11 a.m., still got to mention a good chance of rain. Maybe still a couple of weak storms around and definitely scattered showers. And it looks like this cold front initially isn't going to cause temperatures to drop. What we're going to see initially is just drier air moving in behind this cold front. So initially it's more of a dry front than a cold front. So what we're going to see first is 11 a.m. still a good chance of rain, but the chance of severe storms over with. By the time we get to about 1:30 or so, no more storms and really transitioning to isolated showers as that drier air comes in. But notice at 1:30, temperature's still mid to upper 60s. But the colder air is going to come. And look what happens when we jump ahead to 4 o'clock. First, I think the rain chance over with by 4 o'clock this afternoon, but also look what happens to the temperatures. Normally, we would be hitting our high temperatures about 4 o'clock, but that is not going to happen today. Instead, at 4 o'clock, we're talking about temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And still windy. We're still looking at gusts 30, 35 miles per hour at this point. But once the sun sets, then I think the winds are going to die down. It'll be breezy during the evening hours, but actually late tonight, not much wind expected. So from now until 11 a.m. this morning, heavy rain and lightning looking likely in the region. And we do expect a couple of severe storms. You know, I think wind gusts, again, 30, 40 miles per hour are going to be common. But I'm not going to rule out wind gusts as high as 70 miles per hour. In fact, that's what I'm most concerned about, is some really strong winds. I'm not as concerned about hail, but I do think some hail is going to be around. I think it'll mostly be penny-sized, dime-sized hail, but I've got to leave it an outside chance for maybe in 1 or 2 spots hail as big as golf balls. Again, I think the strong winds more common, hail less common, but got to mention the chance maybe as big as golf ball size. And the thing we're least concerned about are tornadoes, but could we see an EF0 or EF1 tornado? The chance is not 0. The chance is low, but not 0. Do have to mention it as a possibility until 11 a.m. this morning. So that's a severe threat. Now let's talk about tonight, which again is going to be completely dry. The rain chance coming in by 4 o'clock this afternoon. And though still probably mostly cloudy skies around 4 o'clock, I think eventually skies are going to become mostly clear tonight. And it is going to be a cold night, but actually these temperatures are just a few degrees below normal for this time of year. We're talking about lows eventually getting down into the low to mid 30s. And again, breezy during the evening hours, but actually late tonight, early tomorrow morning when we hit these low temperatures, there's not going to be much wind around, so no wind chill factor to worry about as you're headed out the door early Thursday morning. Speaking of Thursday, we expect Thursday afternoon. Mostly sunny skies in the morning, becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. And I do think, though, we're going to start out with not much wind. It is going to get breezy again in the afternoon, but guys probably no more than about 20 miles per hour. Now, most of us are going to see temperatures a little bit below normal for this time of year in the low to mid 50s, but I do have to mention with winds out of the northwest, if you're right next to the lake, particularly around Michigan City, temperatures might get stuck in the upper 40s.